Well, hello there, good naba, good evening, and buongiorno, and hello and welcome to the Penwyth Valley Railway. I'm the Angry Welshman, and tonight I am streaming on the Penwyth Valley Railway. We'll be taking a look at this, which is the longly anticipated Dean Goods from Digital Tractions. And just first impressions, I've literally only driven this about 10 feet so far, just in the last few minutes, just while I've been getting the live stream set up. And first impressions are, well, it's another Digital Tractions classic, as you could see. Beautiful cab detail, textures, beautiful. Of course it's Great Western. And Andy is especially angry at me for having this one to play with tonight. But not only are we going to be streaming the Dean Goods, we're also going to be streaming the upcoming Matrix Trains K-Class Pullman coaches. So here I've got a set of 6 of them out. I didn't particularly want to do any more than 6 on this train because I'm not sure how the Dean Goods is going to handle on the gradients, but we'll see because they are hefty coaches. As you can see. These are the K-Class wooden-bodied ones, I believe. All of this is still work in progress, by the way. I should mention that. The Dean Goods is still work in progress, and the Pullmans are still work in progress. So, you know, it may not be exactly as it is now in the final release, but yeah. So what other liveries? Well, they've, as I said, it's still all work in progress. So I've got a couple of other liveries to show you. The Railway Operating Division khaki colour looks pretty decent, and I've got another one at the other end of the line to show you, complete with some period wagons from the First World War. We've got a Great Western sort of very early red frame, Indian red frames, which I think looks particularly nice. I've always had a soft spot for the Indian red painted locos. I mean, just look at the detail; it's beautiful. Not the final version, so there are more features that will be added. And this is the Great Western green version. So, I've showed off the Dean Goods. I've showed off the Pullmans. I think it's time we get cracking. So we got 32 people watching the live stream. We'll just get the brakes off and I'll have a look at the live stream chat. Better do some shoveling. Every day I'm shoveling. So, Ryan with Valley says, when will they be released? Honestly, I don't know, and I'm not going to speak for Digital Tractions and Matrix Trains, but the answer which I can give is soon. They're not going to be much longer. They are in the final sort of stages of development, so they will be released imminently. I think we can safely assume we got the right away from the guard. And we'll open up the reg. So you guys, you'll have to let me know, how is the video quality, how is the audio quality, is it too loud, too not loud enough? Yeah, because this is the first time I'm streaming from my new house. We did have BT around to fix the internet, because there was an issue with the internet before, but now I've moved in permanently. We could get the internet sorted out, so hopefully it's all resolved. Well, hey, Bobo for Gaming is already here, and he's just donated £4.99. Wow, thank you very much, Bobo. It's your favourite stalker. Yep, you're stalking me again. You're paying... Basically, that's a weird thing. You're paying me £5 a week to stalk me. Interesting. Dean Goods is Bay. Yes. Dean Goods. This is a very beautiful machine, and I love the fact that I can lean out the cab window, and I can look at the valve gear, all the internal motion going round and round. Yeah. Why no face cam? Yeah, I decided not to use the face camera today for 2 reasons. One, my office is not really sorted out yet. It's still a pile of mess all around me. So I didn't really want to be, you know, letting you guys see that. But also, I wanted to make sure that the stream itself, the quality was okay for the, you know, while I get started. What else? Missed your stream last week. Well, I think last week's stream did actually get cancelled. So, don't worry about that. You didn't miss much. If it was from last Friday, then that stream was cancelled. Highland Winter Wolf says video is good there on your end. That's good. So also, for those of you who remember from, I think it was either last week or the week before, we did a live stream featuring the American version of Flying Scotsman. I did have to... sorry, I just completely forgot what I was talking about as I was saying it. Streamlabs, I had Streamlabs set up to regulate the chat. And it was going a little bit mad, as it turns out. Ooh, why are we going so slow? Second valve. There we go, now she's lifting off. Were these things fitted with air brakes? Am I watching the Rugby World Cup? No, unfortunately not. I would like to watch the World Cup at some point, but I'm only really interested in the Wales games. So we'll see. It's the Angry Welshman Stalker Steam Stream Pass payment. Leslie told you. Well, don't listen too much to what Leslie was telling you. Why were lots of streams getting cancelled? Well, that's because last week was a little bit of a weird week for me. I was intending to stay up in the northeast last week and do lots of streams for you. The problem with, you know, doing so many streams in such a short space of time is that, you know, with work, my work is quite unpredictable in terms of time that I'm working. So a lot of stuff would come up and it would just, you know, I'd be working in the day and it'd be like, yeah, I'm not going to make it home for the live stream. So sorry about that. Scotland is going to win the Rugby World Cup. That's brave talk there, Josh. Anyway, I was saying, Mr. Tret Rivel was saying, weren't these things fitted with air brakes? I think some of them were, because they were, a lot of them were sort of retrofitted in the First World War to run in France. So, yeah, I believe they were fitted for air braking. However, that would have been a modification. That wouldn't have been a Great Western feature. We have some examples of the Railway Operating Division ones. Yeah, we are kind of struggling with these coaches. They are quite heavy. I'm going to open up the reg a bit more. I'm glad I only took 6. Well, this is the steepest part of the line, so as long as we can get up this part, we'll be alright. And I will be taking lots of screenshots as well. So those of you, you've probably already seen that Train Sim has now been upgraded to Train Sim 2020. Yes, I've got the upgrade, so this is Train Sim 2020. How much of a difference it's really made, I'm not really sure. But we have yet to see. From what I've heard so far, it's been all good feedback. Full reg. Air freight. Nathan, you haven't heard air freight. That's where we put Dean Goods inside big aircraft and fly them around the world. Ryan Worth Alley is saying, at the end of the live stream, could you show us all of your Train Sim trains? Well, Ryan, I think I've got almost every DLC that comes out for Train Sim. So it's going to take an awful long time to do that. That would literally take about 3 or 4 days to go through every single Loco that I've got in Train Sim. Into the tunnel. Echo! I'm gonna go quiet now in the tunnel because I literally can't hear anything anyway. Ah, Nathan was timed out. There we go. Nathan has been the first victim of Streamlabs with my new announcements. Do a separate video? No, it's gonna literally. It'll take about 3 weeks to do that. Alrighty, there we go. So we're rolling into the station. I'm just gonna stick the injector on. Let's see if I can get the position right. Couldn't have got it any better even if I tried. Unfortunately, it looks like the doors don't actually work. But oh well. I will be doing a separate preview video for this one as well. Let's get some screenshots since we're here. I'll have to do something with some... doing some freight stock, I think. Yeah, Nathan, you just got bullied by Streamlabs. I made a modification to the messages that it gives if you start swearing in the chat. You literally, if you start swearing, it tells you to stop fucking swearing. I think that's brilliant. Jamie Lee says, I should give this train a face. Well, at some point I am certain it will have a face, and I'm sure that at some point this will become the new Stephanie, as it has, as every single DLC that has come out in the last few years has happened. Let's get the brakes off. Revan174 says hi. Well, hello there, Revan. How are you, Revan? Off we go. Penwyth Valley says, will all the screenshots get put up on the Facebook group? Yes, they will. At some point. Let's second valve it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta love a bit of second valve, haven't you? Pen Dennis, I guess you missed the start of the live stream because I did show the other liveries that are available. She's not the fastest engine, I must say. Although we do have quite a heavy load on. But then I suppose these engines never really did much more than 25 miles an hour, did they? Oh, here we are. The first course has been served. I don't know why you would eat soup with a knife and a fork, but there we go. In the tunnel. Alright, now we're up to speed. So then, for those of you watching, how many of you are going to buy the Dean Goods when it comes out? Ah, Tom Cowan of Digital Tractions is watching. Shift and spacebar for the extra whistles. Let's try it. Shift, spacebar. Nice. She's pretty. Uh-oh, it's time to kill the volunteers again. These poor volunteers. How many times have these guys been killed now? Many, many times. You would have thought they would have learned their lesson by now. Oh, such a shame. I'm finally getting up to line speed and I have to lay off now. Shut the reg. Injector is on. Let's do some shoveling. We've got to slow down to 20 miles an hour for the cliff top. Underground Gauge says, sorry I'm late. Well, you don't need to apologise. It's not compulsory for you guys to be here after all. It is a live stream. You're here for the enjoyment, isn't it? Oh, hang on. Whoops. Might be going ever so slightly too fast on the cliff top now. Highland Winterwolf says, please don't crash, and yes, you'll be getting the Dean Goods. Thank you for donating $5. It's all appreciated. Thank you, sir. The Dean Goods has family meaning to you. How so, Bobo for Gaming? Let's open up. Ask Reese, have you ever left Leslie on the line? Yes, I have. Oh. Let's close the drain cocks. Jonathan Laws, you would have thought I would have removed them. Well, you would have thought so by now, wouldn't you? But to be honest, I've, you know, I keep forgetting. Mr. Tretful says, have they done a night owl yet? Well, that's, there's a fundraiser is in progress on Forge Simulations website. So if you head on over, you can donate money towards that project. Forge Simulations are going to make one, but we need to raise the money to get it made. Let's open her up again. It's a lovely day on the Penwyth Valley Railway, so since we're now accelerating on the line, we better serve the first course in the dining coaches. Nathan was asking earlier what the first course is, so I think today we're going to have French onion soup on as a starter, although I don't see any onions in it. I don't see any French people, although it's red. Maybe it's blood. Maybe it's the blood of French people. That's why it's called French onion soup, implying that French people are onions. Anyway, moving right along. Look at that valve gear, the internal motion. You can see it right there, all the internal linkages going around. And then if you look out the cab view, you can see it as well. It's so aesthetically pleasing. Looks like we got the fire nice and hot now. We're making steam. Boiler is nice and full. And we're accelerating, so the trick is to get a bit more fire in there. Boba for Gaming, oh no, Zach Minotti says, what's so special about the night owl? Well, it's an owl that flies at night. No, it's not really. Well, it's basically a steam engine that is now extinct, but there is a new build project going on at Didcot. But there's also, they're also being made. Well, it's also being made for train sim by Forge Simulation. These buffet coaches are better than Southern Rail's first class coaches. Well, to be honest, they should be, because they are Pullmans after all. Dylan Coles is apparently the guard. You better do a good job, because once people eat the French onion soup starter, they don't realise it's actually contaminated with a psychosis agent. So that you start eating it and you will actually become insane and start killing everybody. For those of you wondering, I watched a film called The Kingsman last night, and that's where I got the idea for that from. Joseph Sent says, blood soup please. Yes, there we go. Better slow down for Pontymoyle station. We can stop shoveling for a bit, put some water in. Western Champion is asking how much the Dean Goods pack is. Well, it's not actually released yet, it's still work in progress. It'll be released in the next few weeks. Judging by previous Digital Tractions releases, I would say it would be, as an estimate, £14.99, something like that. Don't quote me on that. Of course, it's not released yet, and I'm not Digital Traction. They are going to decide the prices themselves, but I would assume it's going to be around the £14.99 mark anyway. That's basically based on their previous releases. Penn Dennis is saying he's looking forward to having a wooden body Pullmans. Yeah, they are especially nice. I think they actually feel a little bit lighter than the steel bodied ones, which would make sense, of course. Chris McBride, I've only seen the first Kingsman film. Well, that's the one I was watching. I still got about half an hour to go. I haven't fully finished the film. Oh, Dank London is saying, why aren't I streaming in black and white? Well, you're right about that, because I completely forgot about... Oh, Nathan, mate. Nathan. I think I just buttered the bread again with my station stop. Yeah. Pressing the T button does nothing, because I don't think the doors... Oh, yeah, they are. Of course they are. They go inwards, don't? Of course they do. Duh. So stupid. Oh. Apparently I have a missing lamp. Not really sure why I have a missing lamp there. The Pullman Car Company Limited. The Birmingham Railway Carriage and Wagon Company. 1930 in Smethwick. I would... Ooh, we got the tip from the guard then as well. Right, I guess we better get going. Hang on, the driver needs to have a wee. That's what's happened. The driver's gone for a wee. Right, off we go. Fireman is just going to steal the train. LMS fan 13065 apologises for being late. Again, guys, it's not compulsory for you to be here. You don't have to apologise if you're late. Apart from I'll mark you absent on the register. Jonathan Laws is talking about the Indiana Jones films. The only one you don't like is Crystal Skull. Well, yeah, that was a weird one. It didn't feel like a proper Indiana Jones film, did it? Silverjack02 is asking when Over the Hills will come back. Well, it's never coming back. It's done. It's over. It's cancelled. But we are going to be releasing a replacement bus service. Ryan Penwyth Valley says, why do you keep stopping when we are a Pullman service? Well, because I can. We're a stopping Pullman service. Maybe people want to stop and get off along the line. Yes, Tom Cowan has just mentioned there is a B button whistle. So that's the spacebar whistle, and there's the B button whistle. Mark is early. Mark, how dare you be early? Unacceptable behaviour. Steam Supreme says hello. Hello, Steam Supreme. Chris McBride is screaming my name. Okay, hello, Chris. Oh, Nathan, dude, that's a low blow. Well, hey, Bobo for Gaming has just donated £4.99 again. Thank you very much, sir. You're a very kind gentleman. Helping to support the channel. Thank you for keeping Angry Welshman Productions alive. Any chance you could maybe run back down the line with some goods wagons after you've delivered your passengers or victims? It's funny you mention that, so stay tuned. So we're now pushing up into the high-speed section, the 40 miles an hour speed limit, and there is the sign, so there's proof I'm not just speeding. Let's open the reg. No, wrong way. No, full reg. Power. Now is the time to thrash the hell out of her. Time for some line siding. Wait, somebody mentioned why wasn't I not doing it in... I haven't actually had a look at this... Big net off. Interesting. Let's do some sepia. Certainly does add an interesting effect, doesn't it? Although now we are ever so slightly speeding. So we'll stop the shoveling there, because we're up at speed. If you get the fire up to 77%, then you'll have no more steam than you know what to do with. Wow. What do I think of TS 2020? Well, I haven't really seen much difference other than a couple of fancy camera options. So I'd have to have a more thorough play with it, I think. Let's get rid of that, because that's... Let's try black and white. I suppose it's only limited what you could see when you're in a tunnel. Keyboard controls. Dan Clundon is saying there are keyboard controls which are Control Alt and F4. Well, I don't think Alt and F4 will help a lot, to be honest. How about you going Alt F4?
No, Rich, I think you should Alt F4.
Well, I think you should Alt F4, James. You sound like you're on a potato.
Yes, well, I'm currently walking down the main road, avoiding various cars that are obviously very intent on hitting me, because they've been sent by one of our good friends.
Okay. So, are you, like, in the process of being murdered, then?
Well, they're trying it, because, you know, sweeping comments like that are totally untrue, completely accusatory, and possibly defamatory, are exactly the kind of thing that it's a good idea to be saying in public, isn't that right?
It is. That's the normal thing to do, isn't it?
100%. I'll be in my front door in a minute, assuming I haven't been brutally murdered.
Yeah. Well, let's hope you don't get brutally murdered on the way.
Yeah, indeed.
In fact, it'll be interesting. You'll be the first YouTube live stream ever where we've ever broadcast a murder live. Or
yeah,
it'll
no.
be the first time in Train
guess.
Sim where a murder has been broadcast live.
Yep. I do hope that I manage to get back home though, because I want to make a really shitty video alluding to suicide using.
Oh, excellent. That's top of your list then.
Yep. Top of my list is topping myself.
Excellent. Magnus Chrome Duke of Negligence says, will I ever use the Duke of Negligence? Well, there is no Duke of Negligence at the moment, unless somebody makes a new nameplate for the Just Trains 7MT, which may happen.
What, so it would be a Britannia?
Well, yeah, Britannia class. Change it to Duke of Negligence.
Why does it have to be Britannia though?
Well, it could be the Duke of Gloucester and just change the nameplate, I suppose.
Exactly.
But what's the only Duke of Gloucester is that, you know, other developer that no longer exists because of tax reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently everyone in the chat is saying press F for James.
No, you don't need to press F for me. I've made it to my desk, so I'm gonna immediately start work on this. Actually, in all likelihood, genuinely, I suspect the next video that I make will be episode 1 of Calendar.
Excellent. I did see a couple of the screenies that you put up.
Yeah, it's going on really well actually. I sent Andy all of the scripts so far, and he literally, across all 5 scripts, he only had one thing that he said he would change, and he said that it was really good, and that he could get across the proper feeling and emotion and stuff behind it all just by reading it.
So you got Andy involved in that project, but you didn't get me involved, considering it was my project to start with.
He's not involved. I just sent him the script to read.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable! And he also said that just by reading it, he could picture everything that was happening very vividly. I think it's decent then, by the sound of it. He was like, "See, there is a place for you and your writing efforts in the community," and blah blah blah. It's like, yeah,
Well, there is.
thanks.
You just can't pull your finger out your ass to actually get it done.
Well, I can. It's just the getting it done juice is in very short.
Well, get some. Go to the supermarket and get some go-go juice.
Yeah, but I'm spending too much. I can't buy. You can't buy go-go juice. You can't buy getting it done juice from the supermarket
Yes, you
unless
can.
you're talking about like Viagra or something, which is a very different type of getting it.
Well, this conversation just took a very weird turn.
A weird turn with me present. How shocking!
Shocking. I've only used like not even 400 gallons of water. Yeah, approaching the halfway station at Abersaif. The first course has been served.
What do you make of the sounds then, Reed?
I think they're really good, mate.
Well, all I had to.
Yeah, you just went completely quiet then. I have no idea what you just said.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. All I had to work with was the call it good sounds. So.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, right, is that it? I thought you were going to, like, carry on or explain
Well,
or
I could
something.
if you want. Yeah, like DT had done the sound setup mostly, but when I got it to test, because I was initially just going to literally do some beta testing, alpha testing at that point. I was like, yeah, this is wrong with the sounds, this is wrong, I don't like that, this needs changing, that's too loud. And so I said, well, do you want me to just do it for you? And they were like, yeah, alright then, go on then, here's the source for the sounds. I was like, oh, there you go. What I did with the chuff sounds, I'm not like the chuff loops. I felt good about, but I'm not actually sure. I haven't had time to see how other devs have done it because I've had several different ideas on how to do it. But what I basically did was I figured out what the exact speed of every loop is by working out the number of revolutions per minute for each loop, and then calculating the speed from that based on the revs per minute and the size of the wheels. And then made it so that each loop starts just before about 1.5 miles before the correct speed for that loop. So yeah, it kind of, you know, the first one's like 20 miles an hour or something, and then the next one's like, I don't know, what is it, 27 or something. So the 20-mile-an-hour one starts about 19 miles an hour and then goes all the way up to 26 or so. And then the 27-mile-an-hour one comes in and goes all the way up to whatever the next one is. Or something like that. Anyway, I don't really remember. But yeah, like, how do you feel it looks when you look at the wheels?
I think it looks quite accurate.
As in, like, as you speed up and the sounds change, and you see the rotation speed of the wheels.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty decent.
Because I was trying to weigh up what I felt better about, because it was either doing that or like having it so that the sounds change like halfway. So like, as an example, if there was a sound for 20 miles an hour, then it would come in at like I don't know, 16, 17 miles an hour, and then it would change to a 30 mile an hour one at 25 miles an hour, and then it would change to a 40 mile an hour one at 35 miles an hour, and so on. So there'd be like a halfway gap. So the next sound would start when it was going too slow, and then finish when it was going too fast, rather than starting when it was going the right speed and then finishing when it was going too fast. So it's one of those things, because obviously because it has to be done with loops, you can never quite get it right. And if you have too many loops, then going up and down in speed just sounds stupid because of the way the sound changes between the two. You know, the one you're on now and the one you're going on to, either slowing up or slowing down or speeding up. Like, it does sound a bit dodgy. And if there's only a few and it looks right, then you can get over that because it's only a game. But like, if there's a million of them, then when you're not accelerating or decelerating, then it sounds great. But when your speed goes up or down, then it just sounds dumb. So I don't know. I hope people like it anyway. So if at any point, viewers, during the stream you see the outside of the Loco with the wheels going round as it speeds up or slows down, let me know what you think of the transitions between the different speed sounds for the. And what I'm imagining a lot of people are going to say is,
Can you, any chance you could get on the computer or something?
yeah. Did you just hear my toilet flush though, by the way?
Oh yeah, lovely. Cheers for that.
Yeah.
Excellent. Glad we covered that one. Somebody is asking, would I drive a fountain class Loco? I've never heard of a fountain class Loco. Have you ever heard of one, James? Oh, apparently James is now gone.
Sorry, I was just washing my hands.
Oh, I'm glad you did wash your hands, you dirty bugger.
Yeah, of course I did.
We almost had 50 people watching the stream then, a few minutes ago, but now they've gone.
Yeah, well, you know, I turned up.
Yeah, as soon as you turned up, everybody went, no.
Yep. Bye-bye.
So, approaching Nanty Glynn. So on the final ascent, Stuart Leeming has arrived. Hello Stuart, welcome to the live stream. We're on the final ascent up to the summit of the line, which is pretty much at Mr. Davies' house. Even though that's not truly the gradient profile of the route, but we're going to completely ignore that. I love the whistles. Right, since we're going into a tunnel, I better go to the other end and sit in Mr. Davies' office, which is here. Still. Yes, I have an office scene, which will be used for filming purposes. And we'll get a shot of Mr. Davies sat in his office with the Dean Goods steaming by. Any minute now. Any minute.
Hello.
Oh, you're on your computer now, are you?
No.
Oh.
Yes.
That's giving me a migraine. Let's turn it back to normal.
What was wrong?
Oh, I tried out the new Train Sim 2020 sepia tone thing.
Ah, yeah. Have you at all shown the changeable copper, brass, paint, whatever, on the chimney and the dome and stuff?
No.
Safety valve, bonnet and things.
No, I haven't.
Ah.
Because I don't know how.
Oh, it's just it's in the editor. I don't think you can do it while you're actually driving along.
Oh, right, okay.
But in the Loco number, there's like yeses and nos in after the actual number itself for the different whether you want it painted or plain or copper or brass or blah 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 for whichever part.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice actually, and it saves having a million different variants in the menu, so that's pretty handy.
Yeah, we just need to have some instructions on how to use it.
Yes. Well, when you get to the end or something, I can tell you, or whichever.
Well, when we get to the other end, we've got a rescue to do.
Why? What have you done?
No, this part of the scenario that I made.
Oh, yeah. Go on. You've broken something, haven't you?
No, I haven't broken anything.
Yeah, you have.
No,
You've
I
broken
haven't broken
everything.
everything.
Yes, you have. You've always broken something.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well,
look at you.
What do you mean, look at me?
You're a walking accident.
Excuse you? Bit harsh.
Bit true.
Still a bit harsh.
Sad but true.
Oh, talking of sad but true, I had to cancel my Metallica tickets.
Oh, rip. When were they for?
The 9th of October.
Oh,
I
rip.
was so
That's
angry. It's the cinema Metallica concert, S&M 2. And
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to it so much. And then my company goes, oh, do you know what? We're going to change the date of your exam. So now you can go to Newcastle on the 9th and the 10th. So I've got to spend that day driving from Wales to Newcastle instead of... Oh, fuck.
Was that a fart?
No, it was a shelf which I bought from IKEA. It hasn't been fitted to the wall yet. It's still in its packaging. But it decided to start shifting. Oh, I'm tired now. So, I think I asked this earlier, but I'm going to ask in case there's been a change of audience in the last half hour or so. You guys enjoying the Dean Goods? Do you like it? Are you going to buy it when it's released? Let's see if we can get a show of hands. How many people are going to... Oh, great. It looks like It looks like Streamlabs is going mad in the chat for timing people out.
No, I timed. I did the timeout. Streamlabs timed someone else out for swearing, apparently.
Yeah,
Rip.
I've changed the settings on Streamlabs so that it's gonna sort of keep people in line a bit better. People have been a bit unruly in previous live streams.
Really?
Yeah,
Never.
Unbelievable.
Never. No.
You know, you wouldn't have thought that a train simulator live stream would have been so violent.
Surely not.
Well, there's one. Steam Supreme is going to buy it. Dylan Coles keeps saying he's stealing the train.
Okay, I see. He's falling off the train, but now he's stolen the train, even though he was already falling off the... Alright, okay. No idea. Who's actually already pre-ordered it?
Yeah, that's a
So
good
I'm sure
point.
there's people who have pre-ordered it. Blue Foxy says he won't buy it, but he would try to make it in Blender. I see. Good luck.
God, the chats and these live streams are so wonderful, aren't they?
They can hear you, you know. Or can they?
Or can they? Are any of you actually real?
No.
I stopped
I'm
too early.
Going to eat this cupcake thing I have here in front
You're
of
not.
me.
It's a lie.
Yes, I am.
It's a lie.
No, it's the cake is a lie. This is a cupcake. James has a brain fart, and how did I have a brain fart? What? How did I have a brain fart? Hey, Stuart, no. GWR is top of the priority list. Or perhaps in some cases it might be second behind BR standards.
No. Not possible.
Yeah, sometimes.
Not
sometimes.
possible.
Sometimes.
Impossible!
Sometimes. To be fair, if there were BR standards done by Bossman,
Interesting concept.
I would put those incredibly high in the world of train sim. I would. I would. The things I would do if Ben made BR standards would get you demonetized from YouTube if I talked about them on a stream.
Great.
So I won't. Oh yes, I will. No.
It's muffin time.
It's yeah. I'm so like full rip that I had to take away my pledge for that because I really wanted that so badly, but obviously a wagon ain't gonna pay for itself. So
No,
I thought, yeah, nah, it's probably not for the best to.
Somebody just gave me an idea then.
Dean
Goods BR Express Blue.
Yeah, well, Tom has said in the chat that it will probably happen once the thing's released, although I'm not sure whether he means...
Probably someone will reskin it.
Yeah, I don't know whether they mean that they will. Oh, by the way, Reese, my gaming glove sleeve things arrived today.
Oh, right, yeah.
Except, as I thought would happen, I've got to pay like 25 quid in handling and customs charges.
Yeah, I mean, where did they come from?
Hong Kong.
Well, that's weird that you'd have to pay that for Hong Kong, but
I know.
I bought an N-Gauge Thompson the Tank Engine model a year or two ago, and it only cost like 58 quid, and that included delivery. And then when I went to pick it up, they charged me like 25 quid in customs and excise fees.
Where was that from?
Japan. It was off eBay.
Oh,
I bought
right.
it. But
That's
yeah,
strange, because I would have thought it should be done on value, and
Yeah.
like, surely why would they tax stuff from Japan on value more than they would from Hong Kong?
I have no
Because
idea.
I paid 25 quid for customs and handling, right? So it's £8 handling fee, and that's a flat fee by Royal Mail for everything.
Yeah.
And then so obviously there's another like maths, £17 and something p on top of that based on the value. The value should have been declared as like 200 or 300 Swedish whatever it is. Is it krona or something? I don't know.
Swedish krona, yeah.
Yeah, what was my I think it was like 299 krona.
Swedish hurdy-gurdies.
Hurdy-gurdies are fucking expensive. You'd struggle to get a hurdy-gurdy for as little as I paid for my fucking gloves, man. They are super expensive.
Oh yeah.
What am I talking about? 200, 300 marks. It was $300. It's 3,014 Swedish krona. Oh no, I didn't mean marks, I mean krona, but yeah. 299 bucks, and that was 25% off. Because I got 2 sleeves and 2 gloves, and they were the eSport Pro edition.
Nice.
So they're like the super good. Yes, Duke of Negligence, you were put in timeout because you sent the same message about 20 times. How the hell Streamlabs didn't, like, destroy your anus, I don't understand. So I thought I'd do it for you.
Who said that?
Oh, what?
Okay, Ryan with Valley just got timed out.
Yeah, but Streamlabs only does it for 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah,
What the point
if they swear it's to get the notification. This is a real steep uphill bit here. I'm glad I put coal on the fire before we went.
Oh, Reese, yet again, I am much louder than you on the stream.
Yeah, I had a feeling that would be the case. It's just you in general, isn't it?
No!
Yeah, I think it's because I turned my microphone audio down.
Oh, you're fine on Discord. You're absolutely fine on Discord.
Oh.
You're exactly the same as normal, which is completely fine.
It must be an OBS then.
Yep. Oh, Toronto is Swedish.
Is he?
Has anyone actually ever clarified? Is it actually said Trueno or what?
Trueno? I guess so.
No, I mean I'm asking him.
I believe
not
he
asking
has.
you.
No, I believe he has actually.
What, clarified the pronunciation?
I assume at some point.
I see. Well, we'll find out. Neil says evening. Evening, Neil. Oh, now I'm quieter on the stream. I'm the same level as you.
There we go, she's found her way over the hill now.
Yeah, it's not very quick, is it, this thing?
Well, I mean, I suppose that's quite realistic to the prototype because they weren't exactly the most...
No, well, they're only like 2Fs, aren't they? So... So, I mean, you know, in a fashion, it's nice to have something Great Western that isn't, like, big and beefy, because most Western locos we've got are very punchy for their size. Like, the panniers are... That's the one downfall with basically every Victory Works loco is that they always seem to be too powerful for their, you know, for what they should be. But yeah, like I mean, the pannier for their size in real life are powerful
the
anyway.
most powerful craft afloat. So I couldn't resist.
The pannier, for its size, is the most powerful craft afloat. Yeah, but you know, they are quite punchy for a, you know, a cute little 060 tank engine. But we don't have really anything Great Western of this kind of size that doesn't pack a lot of punch. Like, as you well know, there's plenty of 3F and 4F 060 locos that existed IRL, and we have some of them in TS. But I think this might be the only Power Class 2 6-coupled tender loco we've got in the game.
Yeah, because there's the Colic Goods, there's now the Dean Goods, there's the J21.
Yeah, because the Collet Goods is like what is it, a 3 or a 4?
Call It Goods, I think, is 4F.
No, it's a 3. It's
Is
a
it?
3 MT.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was the same as a 4F.
No,
Fair enough.
and the what's the J21? That was
-4.
I don't think they ever had a thingy. How weird. There's nothing about a power class for them that I can find.
SJB Media is saying we made a mistake selling you the North Sea. I'm not really sure when you sold us the North Sea.
I don't think he means us.
What, as in...
I think he means someone in the chat.
I mean, how do you sell the
Oh,
sea?
by the way, the correct pronunciation is Truno.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, SJB says that, but Truno himself says you can say it however you want, I don't care. Right, well, why don't we pronounce it Dopey Cunt?
Dopey bollocks. There we go. That's how you pronounce it.
Dopey Bollocks.
Kenneth Branch has pre-ordered it. There we go. There's a sale.
No.
So I was telling everyone in the chat earlier, James, that this is the new Stephanie.
Oh, yep.
There we go.
What's the other product you're previewing?
Oh, the Matrix Trains K-Class Pullman coaches, the wooden-bodied ones.
Oh, well, I mean, is that... When you said you were previewing 2 products tonight, that's the other one, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Cue Stephanie becoming a K-Class Pullman coach.
Yes, Stephanie is now a Pullman coach, yes. So when do you take delivery of your steam wagon?
I don't know, mate.
Where is it going to come from?
Burton.
Burton?
Yeah.
Well, it's in Burton upon Trent.
What other Burton do you know?
Well, I don't know any other Burton, that's why I'm trying to clarify.
Exactly. Burton on Trent. The
As
only
in-
one you know, as opposed to what other Burton?
Well, Burton upon Stafford?
No.
Well, that's another Burton.
It's Stather, anyway.
Stather?
Yeah, not Staffer.
Well, I don't know.
Neil asked about Google Stadio. You thinking of getting one for Farm Sim 19 next time you play it on YouTube? No.
The Google
I don't-
Stadia.
For me,
I didn't know
and for
Google made
Reese,
farming equipment.
stuff, I don't really see what the point is. It's no good to someone like me. I mean, the rig I'm sat at, I paid more for my desk than a lot of people spend on their entire computer. So, yes, that's incredibly selfish of me, and perhaps I haven't got my priorities right. And I'm in a very fortunate position to be able to spend that amount of money on it. But why then would I do that and then pay to use a service that allows me to play games on a virtual computer in the cloud to take the power requirement away from my own computer? That's fucking amazing. so basically, no.
What?
What?
I have no idea what you were just on about.
It's a cloud gaming thing, Reese. So you play by remotely connecting to a cloud gaming system. So it means that your PC, all it's doing is showing you what's happening and taking the input and output and whatever from the game. So
Right, okay.
your own hardware isn't actually operating the game or making, giving the power and computing and whatever to the game. That's being done in the cloud.
I mean, I like the
So-
idea, especially for people that don't have like an amazing computer, but Wouldn't it
We
be
do.
like lag?
Yeah, it's not really good for things like FPS games and stuff, but for stuff like train sim, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, for people like us, there's really no point. If we were, you know, way back when, way back in the day, like 7, 8, 9 years ago, when none of us had good gaming rigs, then yeah, maybe. But not now. I've spent more. I think the only thing I've spent more on in my life than my gaming computers is my vehicles. All my tractors and my steam engines and everything. I think literally that's the only thing I've spent more money on. Everything, the next most spendy thing I've done is gaming PCs. For sure. To buy all the components that I've used for my PC new, you'd easily be looking at like 2.5, 3 grand. Without the speakers, monitor, keyboard and mouse mat. Am I insane? Yes.
I want a new desk. You have to show me what desk you actually got, James.
Yeah, it's still available. It's the DK04X, I think it is, by Leanne Lee. Yeah, Neil, sorry if that answer came across as a little bit harsh. I kind of realised now maybe it did, but it wasn't meant to be. It was just kind of, you know, explaining things from my point of view, why I would or wouldn't, you know.
This is you we're talking about. You've never cared what people think, so...
Fuck you, Reese.
There we go.
This isn't actually a bad looking Loco. Well, no, it's not, because it's Great Western.
And all Great Western locos are beautiful.
Dean never designed an ugly engine.
Well, actually, I'm gonna argue that one, but I'm not 100% actually if it was Dean that designed it or not.
What was it?
It was like that weird looking 044 tank engine. It looked like a Prairie that had basically been modified with an American 440 or something.
I think I know what you mean.
Is it 444 or something, the number? Let me have a look.
3548 was one of them. The convertibles, the 3521s.
Yeah,
I guess. Or is it? What type actually is that? Dean's convertible locomotives. Oh, convertible between broad gauge and... Oh, the jumbos.
It was a 440 tank, I think.
440 or 044? Make your mind up.
Oh, 044.
044, yeah. So, like, I've just popped it in the chat. There's a link to one where they were built to be convertible between broad gauge and standard gauge. He also did the same thing with the Achilles singles. So, at least they're ugly because they have to fit a certain purpose, as in of being convertible. Where do you want me to send it to you, Reese, so that you can see it?
Facebook.
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 Fakibook. Slag. There you are.
You got me saved as slag.
Yeah. Did you not see that I changed it the other day?
No.
When I literally messaged, I changed it, and then I messaged you just like slag.
Oh no, that's not the one I was on about.
Oh really? What about the? Well, there was a 222 that was like that. Like that.
No, it wasn't that either.
What about the 240, the Metros, the Metro tank? What about that?
Nope.
Or the 242?
No. Although that looks like a weird version of a 5600, which is...
It does, yeah.
really
It predates it, obviously. I
mean,
don't actually know who designed that, whether it was Dean or not. It looks like it's Dean era, but I'm not 100%.
It actually looks like a 5600 that's been squashed in an accident.
There was a convertible 240. Um...
Oh, it was an maybe it was an 044 tank. But it basically looked like a prairie.
You've been saying 044 tank the entire time. You've been saying 044
James,
tank.
I don't know what I'm on about.
Well, clearly.
It looked like a
what about an
prairie.
044?
It looked like a prairie
What?
tank.
I can't see any that look like a prairie.
It was like a 4500 but smaller.
Like a 4500 but smaller.
Yes.
Are you on crack?
Yes. Clearly, I'm on. I'd have to have a look in the Great Western book that I've got.
How the fuck am I
All my railway books are upstairs.
That's Great Northern.
No, it's not Great Northern. It was GWR. You bellend.
I'm trying to find them, but some of the ones I'm finding are Great Northern. That's how obscure it is. What about this weird thing? This is I don't even know if this is real. It's a model of a 444. It looks fake.
Yeah, it's definitely not that.
I want to find it now.
I'm just arriving at the end station, so I'm a little busy. Right, I've just received word from the signalman that there is a freight service which has failed, and we need I believe the driver has failed, and we need to take over. So we're going to leave these Pullman coaches here, and we're going to take over this train from the railway operating division, because in the Great War, first-class Pullman services didn't really get priority over.
In the Great War, my ass was on fire.
Yes, well, I completely agree with that.
You sound as if you don't know who I am.
Who are you?
Flanders, of course.
In Flanders Fields.
In Flanders Fields, I'm pretending that I know the tune.
It was a poem. It's not a tune.
No, I mean the song.
It's not a song, it's a poem.
The Sabaton did one.
Oh.
You moron, I haven't even heard it yet.
Now you sound
and
like
I don't know about it.
Well,
I haven't even heard it yet, you know, but I know about it and you don't.
Part of my route is missing. Right then, so...
Part of your route is missing, oh dear. Well, I tell you how you're going to find it. You can use a torch with the power of 1,000,000 candles, you can. You're guaranteed to see it there, aren't you?
Well, for everybody watching, we've been transferred from our Pullman service onto a railway operating division freight, which has utmost priority as we have a bunch of Mark I tanks to be delivered to the Western Front. So we've got to get them to the docks to be loaded on the ships. We're just going to completely ignore the fact that they say northeast. And we've also got some traction engines to get on loaded.
Yay, Avelings!
They are pretty. Although I'm a bit confused about the valve gear inside. It looks more like a petrol engine.
Reese, I think I found what you're on about. It's a 442.
442.
And it looks just like a prairie.
Can someone tell, is this actually a steam traction engine? Because there's no valve gear. It's got what looks like a diesel engine in it.
Well, I would guess it's probably been modelled to not be crazily detailed. If you actually show me carefully on the stream so I can properly see it.
You'll see it in a moment when it
wait
catches
for the
up.
stream to catch up. Let's see. So it's a double crank compound. Yeah. Yeah, it's a V. Why is it a what is it? A V8? Yeah, it's a V8. What?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on with that engine set.
Yeah, that's not right. That's not healthy. Get some help. Get some help.
So we're setting off towards the docks. So we have ultimate priority now.
Reese.
We're heading to the docks with this military transport.
Wait. Those Avelings aren't fixed down, are they? With anything?
They have no securings, no.
Oh dear.
So that we better not go around any corners quickly because they'll fall off.
Pendennis found the same thing I did. The county tank, the 442. I did send it to you on Facebook, Reese. Reese, fucking look at it, you dick.
Well, I'm just setting off a minute. We've got a very important military transporter going on. Right, let's have a look at your photo. There it is. No, that's the county tank.
Yeah, exactly. It looks just like a prairie. It's a 442.
No, there was
what other one is there?
There's a smaller one.
Oh, for God's sake, kill yourself!
No, because that's not how we do things on YouTube.
Yes, it is.
No, not supposed to anyway.
What about a 242?
Maybe it's the
No?
242.
Oh wait, no, I've already sent you that. It's not that one. It's the one that looks like a tab tank. For God's sake, I'm not sure you're actually thinking of a real club.
Yes, I am.
Honestly. Right, William Dean. 040 440 440 240 440 042 440. I don't think Dean actually designed any 044s. Not as built anyway. Yeah, the 3521 class were built as 042s and then converted to 044s. But Dean did not build, whether new or rebuilt, any other 044 locos of any kind, tank or tender. Someone says 3600 class, which is a 242 tank. So yeah, that's the one that looks like a taffy tank. So
Let's have a look. 3600.
that's the one I sent you that looks like a taffy tank.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, 3626, etc.
Oh yeah, yeah. It does just look like a 5600 that's had a crash and they've just taken the front driving wheels off and gone, nah.
Yeah. We know that. The point being, your Loco does not exist anywhere outside of your mind.
Well, it does. So shut up.
It doesn't though.
It does,
That's the
James.
thing. It literally doesn't. The constituent railways had 3 classes that were 044s. One class from Barry, one from Cambrian, and one from Midland and South Western Junction Railway. And that's it. Dean had the 3521 class that were 044s, and that was it. Those were the only 044s ever built by Great Western.
Oh. I'll have to see if I can dig it up.
I bet, knowing you, Reese, I bet it turned out to be something utter bollocks.
Probably. I love the sound of that chuffing.
It is rather nice, isn't it? It's a shame there's no way to actually get it as a proper Dean Goods set of sounds, but
Hey,
anything Western sounds sexual, so...
The Dean Goods project.
We'll
We'll get that open.
Get out!
Yes. So a load of Mark 1 tanks to the western front.
Are they Mark 1s?
Or are they Mark 5 tanks? Maybe they're Mark 5s.
I think they're Mark your mums.
Arr!
Ah.
Why is it the tone always falls when you arrive?
I have no idea.
Oh bloody hell, Thomas Cook could go into administration. Excellent.
Yup.
Where am I going to go on holiday now?
Not Thomas Cook.
Can I go on holiday to Thomas Cook, please?
No.
That is a beautiful sight. Railway Operating Division locos in khaki livery delivering a load of
Khaki.
military.
Khaki.
What? What? Why?
Khaki.
Andy did that, and now you.
GWR Dean convertibles, yes, I know. Those are the ones I was on about to begin with, 3521s. The ones that look like, what do they look like? Thingies. Yeah, those ones that look like thingies. Yeah, that was it though. I showed Reese those already. Those were the first ones I pointed out to him and he was like, no!
The Donald Trump tank.
The Donald Trump tank.
That would be an interesting one.
Wait, what? Oh right, it's a mogul. Right, I was going to say, I was sat there looking at the tender numbers that they was going across the screen. I was like, what?
I didn't change any of the numbers, I just left it as it was.
Yeah, no, I didn't realise the second Loco was a mogul. So I was sat there looking, I was like, why the fuck has it got a mogul number? Oh, right, yeah, because it's a mogul.
So have you done much playing of TS 2020?
Other than testing the Dean Goods, absolutely none. Also, I'm going to point out, Duke of Negligence, that there weren't any Hall classes built until 10 years after the Great War was over. So, yeah.
Great War. Great War. Din din.
Yep.
Pretty sure Mr. Lol would be Ted Who has just immediately been silenced.
Oh dear. Truno says he's from Norway, not Sweden.
Treno's saying I need to get it into my head that you're from Norway, not Sweden. So I don't know why I need to get it into my head there. I don't think anyone really cares where you're from, if I'm honest. So not really sure why I need to get it in my head. Another victim. Yes, the Streamlabs bot is not taking any prisoners tonight, is it?
Well, only because you told it not to.
Well, that's right. Why should it? I am going to go and grab another cider.
Oh.
I'll be back.
I'll keep an eye on the Loco then, shall I?
Yeah, you, as you're my fireman, you can just keep her in check.
Okay.
I is back.
No, you're not.
I am, it's true. I'm back.
No. No.
Yeah. This is
No.
happening. This is happening, James.
No. No. I don't want it.
And I got cider.
I see.
It is pear-flavoured Copperberg. Has anyone thought of the name of the ship that's at the docks that we're delivering these military equipment to?
No.
Well, that escalated rather quickly, Spud. Someone says my foot has gone numb, so immediately, without any medical advice, Spud goes, well, just cut it off. He would make a fantastic doctor, wouldn't he? Just, doctor, I think I've got an ear infection. Right, amputation for you.
Yeah. Negligence would have said manner. Well, those also didn't exist. So...
SS Fred Dibner. Yeah, because we've got traction engines, it's the SS Fred Dibner.
Did you like that?
I really wish I could have met Fred Dibner, he was a legend.
Oh, I know. One of my best mates was good friends with him, actually. So, you know, every now and again he'll come up with some...
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of it.
Yeah. Every now and again he'll come up with some anecdote or something from a time he met Fred. Right, said Fred.
Ted Pooh saying it's the god-awful wonky railway. Well, it's funny because he has to add an A into it, which basically makes it not work anymore.
The so-called god-awful wonky railway, which set extensive precedents in virtually every possible area of railway operation and manufacturing, many of still in use today, and many of which were stolen by other railway companies. Because they were that shit, weren't they, Reese? The Great Western just sucked so hard that other railways wanted to do the same thing they were doing.
Exactly. I mean, standardisation, I mean, what was that all about?
Oh, I know. What a stupid idea.
Absolutely
Making things
stupid.
sensible. Making things sensible. God, makes me sick.
They should have been like these Aveling and Porter traction engines, which have V8 diesel engines in them for some reason.
Yep.
Right, well, we're going to war. This feels like that khaki live stream I did.
You twat.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Can
your
someone
stream's full of
please?
cack.
Can please somebody explain what this joke is with khaki? Because
Cack.
every time I say the word
Cack!
khaki,
Cack! Khaki!
yeah,
Khaki!
khaki.
No! Khaki
It's
is
fucking-
like, it's got cack on it.
What? It's khaki.
No, it's khaki! Cack! Khaki is like, it's got cack on it.
Hang on. Okay, Google, define khaki.
This is the definition of cocky.
No, not
In a bullshit way.
See, it doesn't even recognise it properly. Because you're a moron.
khaki.
Spud.
Yeah.
Spud's just
Khaki.
super
It says khaki.
No, Spud's just super chatted €5 and he says, I want to be a brain surgeon when I grow up. Good luck to any of my future patients. At least the scientists can carry out more research on the spares. Yep.
Well, thank you very much, Spud, for donating €5. Really appreciated. Thank you for helping keep the channel going.
Yep. My reply to you, Spud, is,
Are you the brain specialist? My brain hurt.
Oh, I see in the chat somebody's mentioned the Kriegsmarine.
Yeah, car key. Exactly, Kenneth. Car key. Not cocky or khaki.
It's
Car
khaki.
key. What? Oh. Wow. Streamlabs muted him for
Streamlabs just muted it.
cocky. Oh, mate.
I have no idea why that happened. Apparently I got
Ripperoni.
wrecked by Google.
Yep.
Well, you made about 20 quid for this live stream tonight.
Yeah, you'll be buying a takeaway later, won't you?
Yeah, that's it. Domino's
Yeah.
pizza for 2, which I'll just eat myself, to be honest.
Ha! Yeah, fuck.
Oh, hey. I'm diabetic, James. You can't make fun of me.
I can, I just did.
It's a medical condition.
Yeah, that you brought on yourself.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
My pancreas failed. It hasn't actually, by the way. I've not actually got any diagnosis, so yeah.
I know.
Sean Yazzie says the winged hussars. When the winged hussars arrive, come on and turn the tide. I absolutely love Sabaton, by the way. It's Armour Yip's fault. If he's watching this live stream, he can suck a dick.
You realise, you do know, don't you, that his name isn't Armour Yip? I don't know why you keep calling him Armour Yip.
Well, no, I know.
He literally only goes by that on Facebook.
I know what his real name is. You've told me and I didn't believe you.
Yes, well it is, so get over it.
Well, I can't get over it.
Oh, well. Negligence says, Mogul, excuse me, Mr. Dean Goods, can you get your smelly aft out of my face? Right. Well, I mean, they are pulling a train together.
I'm
so
pulling a train, can't you see?
I imagine the likelihood of that is pretty low.
Okay, I think I've just realised that this is not a fitted train.
Is it not? Shocker.
I thought it was fitted. I thought these wagons were fitted.
Why would they be?
Well, why wouldn't they be?
Oh my god. Spud has just super chatted €2.
Get a new brain then. I know much brain stuff.
Okay, it turns out they're not fitted.
Oh, DT have just put a page on a post on their page about showing the War Department livery for the Locos, which I think looks quite nice.
Nice.
Have you got that, Reese? I can't remember if the one you've got's got the War Department livery in it.
What one?
The black one with WD on the tender.
No.
Oh right, okay, yeah. If you want to see what that looks like, guys, head over to DT's page. Have a nosy.
I'm gonna have a quick nosy. Ooh!
That's alright, isn't it?
That does look nice, doesn't it?
Hmm. It's a little bit naughty.
Power!
Speed and power.
I'm gonna have to make a character for you in Over the Hills that has that voice. Speed and power!
Why?
For no reason. For no reason at all. Actually, I'm gonna change the camera options a bit. Let's black and white.
And reboot Over the Hills.
Yes, let's reboot Over the Hills. We're heading to the Western Front, boys!
Jonathan Laws says, my older sister's history class had a joke about the Bismarck. Only the Bismarck can sink the Bismarck. Well, that's not true, is it? So,
Only the Bismarck can sink the Bismarck and a bunch of swordfish swordfish torpedo bombers, apparently.
yes.
and what was it? HMS Ark Royal and HMS Prince of Wales and all
Yeah.
the other ships in that fleet.
It's not really a joke, is it? It's a well, just a total failure, really. So, good job.
I've actually got a model of the Bismarck right in front of me.
Oh, have you? That's fascinating. No one cares.
Well, you should care. I've got 4 models. I've got the Bismarck, the Prince Eugene, the Prince of
Prince
Wales,
Eugen.
Prince Eugen, fine, whatever, and the HMS Hood as well.
Oh, very nice.
4 models to recreate the Battle of the Denmark Strait. Oh, I do need all the other models of the fleet. Bismarck was scuttled. Well, that's never really been proved. They say that she was scuttled. And to be absolutely honest, even if she was scuttled, the fact that she was pummeled into the point where she was about to capsize, you know, she would have, if she hadn't have been scuttled, she would not have survived anyway. It would have just been you know, it would have just been a total constructive loss after that pummeling that it received.
Yes.
So I wouldn't really say, even if she was scuttled, it wouldn't really matter because she wouldn't exactly have survived it.
Indeed.
This is really triggering my need to continue Engines of War. I really would like to continue that. But I don't think I will. Maybe as a fanfic. What do you think, James?
What?
Engines of War as a fanfic.
By who?
Who do you think? Me.
How is it a fanfic then?
Well, I wrote it as a fanfic originally.
Oh, right. You don't mean you're... right, so you mean instead of doing it the way you were last going to do it, you mean doing it the way you were first going to do it?
Yeah.
Dog shit.
Screw you. What have you done that's any better? What have you done that's any better, James?
Well, to be fair, I have actually made episodes of Changing Times, which is more than you've done of Engines of War.
I made a trailer, mate.
Yeah, you made one trailer years ago that's nothing like what you would make if you were to do it
How
now.
many video views has that one trailer had, mate? Let's have a look.
Yeah, 1 million, but you could literally take it, you could upload a video that's just a photograph of the last shit that you took, and it would still get more views than my stuff.
Probably.
So that's the amount of views that you've got isn't really reflective of any actual level of quality that may or may not exist.
Let's have a look. Engines of War. 23,000 views.
Exactly. For something that's never gonna ever be done.
Yeah. Hilarious, isn't it?
Disgusting, more like.
Disgusting!
Disgusting!
Disgraceful!
There.
Meh.
There.
I love this car key livery. Now, see, you make me change one word and then I screw up the rest of them.
Does Railworks even have a WD2 to know? It will do.
It's not going to be much longer, I believe.
Well, the 280s are coming first.
Yeah, he is doing the 210, isn't he?
Yeah, after.
And do you know what I cannot wait for? Dame Verily.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
That's what
fair
I'm
enough,
really
enough.
looking forward to.
Yeah.
S100, yeah, there isn't a good one. So... S160, yes. S100, nah.
So for the people watching the live stream, how has the video quality been tonight?
Terrible.
Terrible, right? That answers that. I'm never ever gonna live stream ever again.
Okay, good.
That's it. It's the end of my career. I'm gonna throw myself off a cliff. I mean, we're gonna just give up live streaming.
Goji, 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 goji,
Goji,
goji,
goji,
goji.
goji.
Sodor Engine's banging on about shoving a full goods train into blah blah blah. What with the Dean Goods?
Excellent.
How have you got the Dean Goods then?
I'm interested to find that one out. Oh yeah, at the end of the live stream I could show you guys the new Penwyth Valley Railway permanent way train.
Yes.
So James, how's things going at Forge?
Yeah, good. We're in the middle of some big, like, behind the scenes changes at the moment, so there's not a lot to show of what we're doing. Yeah, once we've got all that sorted, some pretty awesome things are coming. The BR50 DB is going to be bloody incredible. Really, really incredible. By far the best thing we've done. It's got quite a lot of variants in the pack, and it's got totally new Steam simulation setup. So it's even more realistic by quite some way than everything else we've done before.
Sorry, James. Spud607 just donated €2 and said Kriegslock is a bad guy in Engines of War. Well,
we are going to do a Kriegslock.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to make a trailer just for the shits and giggles of Engines of War, as I was planning to do. But I'll do a trailer with the Kriegslock.
Well, you'll have to wait for us to make it first.
Well, hurry up, get making it then. I've got a video to make.
We've got to finish the BR50 DB first.
Better get on with it then.
No.
You're holding me up, James.
Pay me.
No.
No, you can't get what you want, exactly.
No, I refuse.
No.
Oh, that is an epic shot.
Oh, I'm just watching you sat at your desk.
It's not me, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It's not me, though.
Yeah, it is. Well, he's better looking than you, so it's definitely not you.
Hey, Mr. Davies, a handsome chap, mate.
Yeah, you aren't.
So Brony Dan has just said this is a live stream, no wonder the channel's in permanent decline.
Correct. Oh, Lol's here. He says, oh.
Cheers, Brony Dan. Cheers for that one. That's an interesting comment. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
It's
You do know who Brony Dan is, don't you?
Yes. He was lined up for some voice acting roles.
Yes.
Is Lol in the chat or what?
No, he's in the stream chat, but he's not in voice chat.
Oh, I haven't actually seen him in the Oh yeah, I see him now.
Yeah, he just says, oh, and then he says, has a lot to sort out, so...
I guess he's doing...
I doubt we'll see him on voice chat.
He's probably still unpacking his civil defence stuff from Hong Kong.
He's still un-Pakistani-ing.
Yes, that's definitely what it is. Hi Lol, welcome back to the UK, by the way.
Hello, welcome back. We've got no idea if we'll let you in when you leave next time.
Hey, this is the UK, of course we'll let him in.
No, we won't. Bloody immigrants.
I know, right? They come over here, they take our jobs, take our women.
I've got 3 teeth, 2 GCSEs, and 1... nothing.
And one toenail.
Mr. Khaled, who has got 20 different degrees in various sciences, who is a neurosurgeon, he has taken my job as a bin man.
Yes.
Yes, I blame him for being made redundant by this company, who has nothing to do with neurobrain sciences things. Yes. Yes.
Oh!
Ah.
How are we increasing speed?
Are you going down a hill, Reed?
No. Yes.
Well, you have got the rig open.
No, I
Oh,
haven't.
yeah. Yeah, you have. Well, you are in the stream anyway. Maybe it's not caught up yet. Oh, yeah, you've just closed it. Sharon just randomly says yes. What? Oh, right. In reply to lol. I see.
Sharon Rexworthy. Does that mean she's worthy of being a Rex?
I think it's... No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
We know you're going to say it, James.
No. No, I can't.
So there's someone in the chat saying he never knew he was good. And his name is Dean.
Ah, I see. Well, you aren't good. It's not about you.
Yeah, it's not about you.
Not everything is about you.
Not everything's about you.
Honestly. To be fair, it is Dean, as in Dean the station lamp. So to be fair, yeah, okay, we can let this be about him.
Unacceptable.
Blighter, said Dean. Yeah, I can't even remember exactly what it was that started it off, but Dean for several years now has been a station lamp.
Why?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. It was something back in the TeamSpeak days. But yes, Dean for a very long time has been a station lamp. I think it was when I was first creating the characters for Naughty Trains. I think we said Dean was going to be a station lamp. Yes. Naughty Trains, another thing that didn't happen. Although the some of the ideas from that were put into the British Railway sketches. The one episode of that I made. When was that? When did I do that?
God, that must be about 4 years ago or more.
Was it really that long ago?
Yeah, I think it might even have been longer.
No, it was just over 2 years ago.
Was it?
Yeah, the one I did that was kind of vaguely Monty Python-esque.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah, because I did some other thing. Although, yeah, the other British Railway sketches thing I did was years ago, where I did a parody of a Spam sketch. That was like 6 or 7 years ago or something.
Maybe that's the one I was thinking of then.
Yeah, the one where it's just screenshots. It's literally just screenshots because I couldn't be bothered to film it.
That's literally all my videos used to be.
Yeah. And that was with you know, the Spam sketch, except with Spam cans. Spider super chatted another €2 saying,
I don't know about lamps, I only know about brains.
yeah, as Dean says in the chat, it was for the Naughty Trains thing that never happened, and I had the bright idea of being a sentient station lamp. I think he was going to be some kind of like detective-y type thing, if I remember rightly, like watching and waiting and you know, seeing what was going on. Oh, Chris is in the chat.
Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Hello.
Have I written anything about Dean the station lamp in the old Naughty Trains files anywhere? Oh, I haven't.
Sharon Rexworthy is saying, James, what were you going to say about him or her?
Nothing that you have any interest in, I promise you.
Assuming it's a him or a her.
Oh no, I have written something about Dean. Here it is. Dean the station lamp. A station lamp that travels through Naughty Land, is capable of speech and thought, etc., and travels mostly to annoy railway engines but also to provide advice, which is extremely vague and completely useless even when he's asked to clarify. He is also the best and probably only private investigator in all of Naughty Land. When he's spying, he always uses the same disguise, a 3-in-1 fake pair of glasses, giant nose and large moustache. As a lamp.
What the hell?
Oh, I should make that.
Does a lamp have a brain? James, there are a lot of things that you should make. You should have really made a lot of them.
I know, they would have been so good, except I can't make things.
Yes, you can. You just don't believe in yourself, James. All you have to do is believe.
One of the few characters I created for Naughty Trains that never had a voice assigned was Mortimer. A Loco boiler who is so old you would imagine he would be dead were he in human form. Has been in this condition for much longer than he can remember because he's completely senile. Many engines come to him for advice which he gives. He is a very wise character with lots of life experience, anecdotes and such like to offer. He advises the engines and they always suck it up. He allows them to come to their own conclusion from what he said before they leave, which he praises them for. The engines accept his advice gleefully and thank him profusely before leaving, and realising, about 200 yards away, that it's actually a load of shit and they shouldn't have bothered coming to ask him in the first place, despite the fact that it's actually perfectly good, sound, reasonable advice. So basically he gives really good advice, which they think is great, and then they realise apparently that it's not, even though actually it is. Sounds like a bit of a pointless character.
I would love to do some of the old stuff that we all had planned. Oh, some of it was hilarious.
Let's see. Oh my God, Nick, the challenge challenger.
Oh God, yes.
The description is literally challenger, challenged, voiced by Nick Gagliardi.
Since Chris is in the chat, I can ask him a question. Chris, what's going on with these Aveling and Porter traction engines, which apparently have V8 diesel engines in them?
Oh, there's not necessarily diesels, they could be petrols, so I couldn't tell, I couldn't see clearly enough.
It's quite clearly a traction engine, but then it's like, you know, yeah.
James the Brains, get us over here!
Oh my God, yeah, that's right. It was when, back in the day when Bruce and I were given nicknames, by certain people, so that they could talk about us freely. And his nickname was Burker. B-U-R-K-E-R.
Oh God, Iron Lol says he'd like to touch the Dean Goods inappropriately.
Yes, well, you'll be able to very soon.
I'm pretty sure I'm probably over the drink driving limit, but that's okay. Shouldn't be driving under the influence of alcohol, but who cares? It's train sim.
Oh my God, Reese!
What?
You know this whole thing is called Naughty Trains, and it's had some pretty dodgy characters in it.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot. I've just got to the part of this character sheet thing, where there's a character called Adolf.
Oh god, I can see where this is going.
The description literally is Adolf, BR52 with a Hitler moustache between his front lamps,
Oh
red
god.
armbands, quote unquote, on his smoke deflectors, eagles on his cab sides, and the SS emblem on his tender sides.
Oh my god.
Instead of his smoke box being shown when he speaks, his lamps and moustache are shown.
Oh my god.
Oh dear, dear me. Pete the pompous purple Pacific puff with pink stripes.
Say that again.
Pete the pompous purple Pacific puff with pink stripes. Pete is a rebuilt Buddy Light Pacific number 34059 Sir Archibald Sinclair. He is purple with pink stripes. He feels he must always pull the biggest, most important of trains. If he is not the one to pull the most important train on the line, whatever it happens to be, as long as it's passenger, he will bugger off and throw a paddy sulking in the sheds. He is massively camp.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh dear. Rob, ex-LMS Ivat Mogul. Rob is indiscriminately insane and creepy and is somehow able to spy and eavesdrop from the most ridiculous of places, such as rooftops, treetops, and the like. Troublesome fucks. The troublesome fucks.
Oh god.
Literally just says troublesome trucks, but totally sexual. Voiced by pretty much anyone. Wow, okay. Do you want to hear my description of Bob?
Yes.
Bob, the invisible pink sailor, is a rather balmy blue saddle tank who would appear to have magic powers, and seems to be able to do pretty much whatever he wants whenever he wants. He is unusually open about things. It's not rare for him to announce his need to go to the loo, or being sexually aroused.
My name is... Bah!
What? Oh my god, Reese, you know you said you needed to come up with a speed and power character for me in Over the Hills?
Yeah.
The shortest character thing in here, I think, other than the... well, alright, one of the shortest ones anyway, is called Jeremy.
Oh god.
He thinks he's the most powerful train in the world, pretty much Jeremy Clarkson on different kind of wheels, and guess what class it was supposed to be?
Class 45?
A class 02. Oh, dear.
Oh my god, LOL just got muted by Streamlabs.
Except he said, don't give me ideas. How does that... that's not swearing. What the fuck? That's not swearing.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he just said, don't give me ideas. The windmills of friendship. Adolf. Ah, yes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I can't see any messages where he's sworn.
No, I can't see why...
What the fuck? Lol got wrecked. Lol got so wrecked.
I have
Oh,
no
troublesome
idea what-
fucks. Troublesome fucks, he said.
Ah, maybe that's why.
Yeah. Lol, don't go fucking stealing all my ideas that I'll never use ever. Honestly.
Hey, he's got to make Gary the steam engine first.
Haha, yeah.
That legendary piece of crap, that's an abomination.
I'm just going to point out now that all of the ideas, characters, and everything that I've said this entire stream are completely 100% copyright James Littlewood 2019. Yeah. Oh my god! I found the first draft and ideas stuff of a movie me and Andy were gonna make like 6 years ago, where we were gonna have it as a fight, a battle, a war really between steam and diesel to try and allow steam to continue to exist, because steam were going to be completely wiped out, fully scrapped, and there was going to be no possibility for preservation or anything. And we were going to make it a tribute to Carl Jenkins, the composer,
All right.
and just exclusively use his music. And then we were like, copyright. So we wrote like 3 scenes, and then it was like, yeah, copyright.
So for everybody watching the stream, Iron Lol is going to be continuing to make GTSC.
No, he's not.
He is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, lies.
Honestly.
Lies.
Honestly.
It's all lies, they're not even square.
Well, I'm glad you told me that.
Yep.
We're just approaching the town in your version of the route that you had to remake.
What?
You know, when you did the Eswith branch, you had to, what's it called? You had to remake that one town.
Oh yeah, Armthwaite. Yeah. Well, what I did was I restored the original scenery to it because the file was corrupted, so I restored a backup that there was. Yeah. But obviously in the more up-to-date version of the route, it's like massively, completely changed. And it actually looks awesome, if I say so myself. Well, I need to finish doing that route, and I also need to finish... Well, I need to start doing Mardi for Callum Land.
Oh wow. Spud607 donated €2 just so he could swear in the chat. Interesting.
What a legend. What a legend. No, Ted Pooh says James would be an E2. No, the E2s were too rubbish. Even for James May, they were too rubbish.
The potatoes of steam engines.
That's an insult to potatoes.
Well, they weren't all that bad, surely.
Yeah, they were pretty shit.
Yeah, well, they couldn't have been that bad.
They were pretty shit. Why do you think none survived?
Because they were all withdrawn a very long time ago.
Yeah, and they were shit.
Look, the Night Owls were very good, but none of them survived.
Yeah, but, you know, that's a travesty.
It is a travesty, I will
The
be
fact
honest.
that no E2 survived is a great thing for the preservation movement, because they would have been fucking useless and a total waste of money.
Well, not really. I mean, imagine if you had an E2 and you just literally put a fire in it, get it in steam, stick it on the front of a train, have a diesel pushing from the other end, call it Thomas, and it goes puff puff. How much money would you make from it?
Well, yeah, but the thing is that it doesn't really matter whether it's a real E2 or not, because in the series, Thomas has never really looked all that much like an E2 anyway, and all that anyone gives a shit about is that it's a 6-coupled tank engine that's blue.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't have a face on it, if it's a 6-coupled tank engine that's blue, it's Thomas.
Yeah, there was that problem with Brookfield, that
Yeah.
Bagnolo 60 pannier.
Yeah.
And it literally has the words Brookfield painted on the side of it. And yet everyone
people
goes,
still
look,
say
it's
it's Thomas."
Thomas.
Yeah.
And it's like, it literally has the words Brookfield painted on it.
Have you seen pictures of that little blue 4-coupled 7 1/4 Loco that I drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Station Road Seam Stafford. It's an 040. It's tiny, and it's based on a Bagnall narrow gauge loco, but people still say it's fucking Thomas.
Well, people say that about my Vale of Rydal when I run it in Cardiff Model Engineers. Literally, I run it and they're like, it's a Vale of Rydal, it looks nothing like Thomas, it's green. And they go, oh, look, it's Thomas.
Wow.
But then, nobody makes Vale of Rydal models. Literally no one. And it's a travesty because I really want a Vale of Rydal model railway. But 009, there was backwards models used to make a kit version, but it was very fiddly to make, incredibly difficult, and the finish was never very good. Because it was always like white metal castings and stuff, and it looked, and lost wax, so it looked really shit. Unless it was done by a real professional kit builder. Although they don't make the kit anymore, but a lot of the reviews I saw from people who built them is that even, you know, there's some people, they offer like a professional kit building service.
Yeah.
They refuse to accept them.
Wow.
They actually said, we will not build that Loco because they're so fiddly.
Yeah.
Which was a bit worrying. So I'm just like, why couldn't like Bachmann do it, you know? Because they're doing lots of 009 models. So if anyone in the model railway community is watching, 009 gauge Vale of Rydal ready to run for Reese, please. I would really like that.
No.
Yes.
No.
Revolver Gaming is saying I need to make a tutorial on how to download trains from UK Train Sim. Not really sure what's difficult about it, to be honest. And I mean, it's then, you know, if you literally Google it, there must be instructions that you can find on Google.
Yeah.
I suppose I better set the points to go down to the docks.
Supper pug.
Supper pug. Excuse me, pug, would you like some supper? Oh, yes, please, said Superpug. So they lit his fire, made lots of steam, and he tucked into a steak and kidney pie. I haven't had a steak and kidney pie in I don't know how long.
Thanks.
Chris is saying there's nothing on UK Train Sim worth downloading.
Nah.
He's got a point, there is a lot of crap on there. To be fair, there are a few assets on there which are worth it. But
Yeah, there's some
not
good
many.
routes, some good scenery assets and bits and pieces, things like that. But I mean, I can't think of any actual locomotives. As in actual locomotive, not reskins, but actual locos. I can't really think of anything on there.
Yeah, there is the North
Oh, well,
Wales
there's a
narrow
few-
gauge.
Yeah, there's those bits actually. Come to think of it, I'm not sure about standard gauge though. I don't know.
Very little. If you want, like, I know it's very rare that I use freeware rolling stock, to be honest.
Yeah, it's very, very rare I ever do for anything really.
The only time, other than the last 5 years, the only real freeware stuff that I've actually driven is got to be the North Wales narrow gauge stuff. Because everything else I drive is payware. Ugh. Revolver Gaming is now asking for a tutorial on how to download trains from UK Train Sim. No,
Did he not just ask that a minute ago?
No, I think it was someone else that asked it.
No, it was him.
Why do you need to ask the same question twice?
Especially when we've already replied to it.
Literally just go and Google a tutorial or something. I'm not making tutorials for stuff like that.
Oh dear, are you serious, Reese, that I should be making more things? I'm just looking back at the British Railway sketches where a plane was kidnapped, a fucking British Airways jumbo jet was kidnapped, taken to a house in Soho, tied down to a chair with a long chain made of knives and tickled to death.
Nice.
You seriously think I should be making more videos when I make shit like that?
Would be better than some of the channels out there.
Oh! Rip.
Chris is asking about. So he says that the Dean Goods looks odd in khaki. I think it looks quite smart.
Well, it's just not what you expect in a way, I guess. Like, you know, when you think of ROD Great Western locos, what's the first thing you think of? I guess it would be the Mogul.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. It's just the Dean Goods just isn't quite what you would think of, is it?
But I think more of the Dean Goods were sent to France during World War I.
Oh yeah,
than the
definitely.
Mogul. I think there
Well,
was
they
about 10 or 12 Moguls that went to France.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot. Well, it was quite a lot of Dean Goods though.
I think it was about 30 or 40 Dean Goods and
Yeah,
about
yeah.
12 Moguls or something. I've actually got a book which is all about the War Department and the Railway Operating Division supporting the British Expeditionary Force,
Oh.
which is quite an interesting read.
Yeah.
Because it was going to be my reference for writing Engines of War, but I never really found the time.
Dean asks how Engine of War is coming along.
It's not. I might try and finish it like the fan fiction version and do like an audiobook or something, just to say that I finished it. But I don't think it'll ever be made as a proper series or movie or anything. Or I might make a trailer for it and then just say coming in
Another one.
21, 2, 3, 4. Who knows? Maybe.
Negligence asks, are we going to get episode 2 of the Scottish Twins?
No.
I did that fucking massive long audition for you, Reese. And you were set, I just, why not?
Yeah, of course we are, but I don't know when. I've attempted to write, like, episode 2, like, 3 or 4 times, where I just can't really get my hand on it without sort of repeating myself too much.
Oh, no.
Because it kind of just repeats itself an awful lot. That's the whole dynamic of the series.
No, it's not.
Like, what you doing, you wee prick? That's...
What are you doing, you wee prick?
What are you doing? What am I doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
You can't be serious, you wee prick.
I can be serious.
Who do you think you're talking to?
My neck looks like a vagina!
There we go.
Dying.
So we're just slowly rolling into the sidings. It's actually quite a decent shot I got going on here. One of the things that I do dislike about Train Sim is that when you add fences to the side of the track, it just makes that, when you press 4 for that line side view that centers on the Loco,
Yeah.
and it just, like, all you could do is look above the track.
Hmm.
That annoys me, that does. Time to do not some shunting, but just uncoupling. Let's go.
Oh, is that the safety valve going on, off, on, off, on, off?
Yeah.
Yeah, that needs sorting.
I'm just going to back it up into the shed. Ba-ding. Bum-ba-ding-ding.
Bum-ba-ding-ding. Ladies and gentlemen, on this goods train where there are no passengers, we have arrived, so please get off the train. Thank you, goodbye. Thanks for travelling with Switzerland. Switzerland.
Thanks for travelling. Thank you for travelling with Switzerland. Not Swiss Federal Railways or anything.
just the country of Switzerland.
Pania Productions is asking me what should I reskin.
Apparently it needs to be an RSC model.
An RSC model. An LNER A4 Pacific in GWR green. It's gotta be done. Oh, fuck.
That didn't sound good. What have you just done?
I just threw a bottle in the bin and it kind of just somersaulted and landed on the floor.
Oh, right.
Well, there we go. That was our session of Railway Operating Division khaki-ness. That was a good barrel of laughs.
Yes, it was.
We've delivered some amazing weapons of mass destruction to the picturesque town of Llandiadog Harbour. Let's see. Oh God, stop! No! Oh God, no! 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 Oh, well...
That sounds positive.
Okay, that didn't go as well as intended. I completely messed that up. So I've become the first person to derail the Dean Goods.
Excellent. Well, that you know of, anyway.
That I'm aware of.
Everyone's on about Leslie suddenly appearing. Yeah, don't need Leslie appearing to cause an issue.
Kind of makes me feel nostalgic for Engines of War. This is kind of what happens in that, where basically they just crash. Well, I do like the fact that Train Sim hasn't just derped out to the main menu when I have crashed.
Yeah.
That I can actually do a bit of filming. Right, well it means I'll have to restart, because to get back to the world editor I need to restart, so let's do world editor, because I wanted to show you guys, just before we do finish the live stream, I wanted to show you what I've been doing with the...
If you go in the scenario editor, Reese, you can show them the customizable bits on the Dean Goods.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Chris has sent me screenshots of something he's working on.
Uh-oh.
And I literally just had a crisis. Yeah. That is so beautiful. Oh my god, that is stunning. I'm going to have to quiz him about that. I'm not going to reveal what it is, but it's given me a crisis. Right, let's have a look at these changeable thingies. So what do I need to do, James? James.
Right, yeah, so double click the Loco.
Yeah.
And then obviously you get the thing out on the right where you can change the Loco number.
Yeah.
After the actual 4 digits for the Loco number, there's like 4 letters that will be Y's or N's for yeses and nos.
Yeah.
So the yes is for it being polished, and Y means painted. Except the one for the lamps, which is whether they're there or whether they're not there. That's the spare lamps on the side of the Loco. And it updates in the actual editor, so you can see it live in front of you.
Okay, so what's the first one, sorry?
I'm not sure, you'll just have to change it and see.
And what was it, yes or Y or what?
Y or N, yes or no?
Y or N. Okay, so that's painted or copper chimney cover or chimney cap. Let's try that one. The second one is no idea what that was.
That might be the lamps. If you couldn't see it might be the lamps.
That's lamps, yeah.
They're on the opposite side of the Loco to the side that you're showing on the stream.
Yeah, that's to have the lamps there or not. The third one is painted or non-painted safety valve bonnet. And the last one, that's actually, do you know what? Fair dues to DT, that's a really useful feature. And it's painted or non-painted dome. Do you know what? That's brilliant.
Yeah, and the last letter where it's currently it's B, it's A, B, C, etc. They're adding more at the moment. It's the actual shed codes.
Ah.
On the front of end of the frames behind the buffer beam.
Oh, I thought you meant the actual shed code on the smoke box.
Oh yeah, that too. Obviously, the Great Western ones have got the little, Oswestry or whichever shed. And then the BR ones have the shed code.
84G? What shed was 84G? I think that's South Wales.
Your mum. $84G. Kidderminster.
Oh.
And Shrewsbury also before Kidderminster.
Oh.
Yeah, it was Shrewsbury from 1950 to 51, and then 50 to 61, and 61 it got changed, became 89A, and Kidderminster became 84G. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, it looks like Spud607 just donated €2 again and says goodbye. He says he has
Your
to...
favourite brain surgeon has to do brain stuff. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. So just before we do finish, I'm just going to very quickly show you guys what I've been doing with the Penwyth Valley Railway Permanent Way packs, or Permanent Way wagons. So this wagon pack, Great British Wagons, I think. Wagon pack. PVR. $12-ton drop-sided. That one. There must be another pack that I'm missing. It must be GWR wagons. So let's check. DT. What is it? GWR wagon pack. Huh? Where are they then?
Which wagon pack are you looking for?
There, I just found it. Wagon pack 1, wagon pack 2. DT Lomac. And there's another Lomac, which has a special thing on it, which I'll show you in a minute.
Bye bye, Bud. He says he will be back to do more brain stuffs next time.
Right, I just thought I'd very quickly show you this. This is the permanent way train for Over the Hills. Basically, I've been learning how to add child objects to DLC and to stuff. So as you see, I've been adding the plate layers equipment to the wagons, generator, wheelbarrows, tool chests, etc. And gas bottles, sleepers on the Lomac. So I'm hopefully going to add people on the Lomac as well. And in the brake van, there's the Penwyth Valley Railway Board of Directors are all sat in there. So they're standing on the veranda. So it just adds a little bit more depth to the series that I've got people actually in. And then, of course, lastly is, as Chris knows, since he added it with one of the packs that he did, the Ugandan Knuckles. So I felt I should add that to an engine. So let's just smash that wagon. Do you know the way? Do you know the way, Dean Goods? Do you know the way? Does this Dean Goods know the way? Know the way. Boink! Oh my god. Ugandan Knuckles just derailed the Dean Goods.
Rip.
Well, that was not expected. Ugandan Knuckles destroyed the Dean Goods. So, that went amazingly well. So I'm now the first person to derail the Dean Goods twice in a row. There we go, chaps. So that's the upcoming Digital Attractions Dean Goods. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Also, we kind of forgot a little bit about the Matrix Trains Pullmans. They are here. Buy them when they come out. Buy the Dean Goods when it comes out. Anything from you, James?
Thanks for all the feedback that you guys gave me on the sounds. Much appreciated.
I know, right? I know, really
Lol.
gave you lots of useful feedback, didn't they?
Yeah. Super good. Yeah.
Alright then, we'll call that a day. So thank you for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Bye.